How you doing? In this video, I'm going to teach you everything about the Photoshop Navigator. Stay tuned. All right, let's do this. Navigator. You come up here on Windows. This is how you find it, Windows. You go down and you're gonna see Navigator right here. You can click it. It's gonna appear here as a small icon on the panel. And as you can see, it's there now. This is the wheel looking icon thing. Click it there, it shows. So this is a Navigator, right? Now, let me just import maybe few pictures to kind of give a nice example. By the way, I'm looking at my second screen. Okay. Import the pictures. I don't know, maybe put another one. All right. Good. Now, as you can see, when I put pictures here on the workspace, or in the artboard, also it appears here on the Navigator screen, right? Now, the screen the Navigator navigates all this shit right here, right? It navigates all the shit. Now, okay, I don't know how this is gonna sound like in YouTube. As in SHEET, right? That's shit, not the other. I'm not cursing, sorry. Anyway, as you can see, whatever shows up here, it shows up here, right? So this navigates where you are. So if you can see the entire screen or the entire artboard, there's no need to look at the Navigator because it's full right here, right? But then if you zoom in like this, right? Now, the Navigator, as you can see, there's a little orange pink box right here. It shows you what you can see, but then it also shows you everything. So it sort of navigates where you are, okay? But let's say you want to move around a little bit, right? Let's say you want to move around a little bit. And Navigator helps you do that, right? For example, let's say you zoom in again, you zoom in, right? But now you want to look at the top left of the artboard. You're gonna have to go and use hand tool, right? Click the hand tool and then grab and then pull, and then you see the top left, right? Or you're gonna have to use the scroll. You see that? The scroll bars. You're gonna have to use the scroll bars to sort of navigate through, which takes time. Both of these takes time, so you don't need to do it, right? So on the Navigator though, you can just click where you want to click. Let's say you wanna see the bottom right? You're just gonna click at the bottom right. Click, that's it. You're already there. You wanna click at the top right, you're already there, right? Now, in case you don't see what I'm showing you, let me just zoom out a little bit. See? You wanna click you wanna see in the middle, you're in the middle. Bottom left, that's it, right? It navigates quickly, right? You can even just hold it and grab it and move it around like this, right? It's quick access, quick designing, right? It helps you design quickly, okay? Great. Now, let's talk about zoom, right? Let's talk about zooming. Now, you can zoom in and zoom out using the zoom tool. You click the zoom tool and you can click and zoom in, click, zoom in, click, zoom in, right? Or maybe you can just hold and zoom in, like that, right? And you can click Alt, right? And then zoom out, click, 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 and click to zoom out like that, like that, like that. You know, you can do that, right? But it takes time. Right? It takes time. So you don't need that. You don't need to go click on the tools, and you don't need to touch the tools at all. All you got to do is come to the Navigator and sort of click in the zoom, see this slider right here? See the slider? Yes, and these are percentages of how much you've zoomed in, right? Just click or just grab the zoom slider and do this. See how quickly that is? See how quickly that is? So quick, right? Zoom in, zoom out, like this, right? That's the navigator. And while you're zooming out and zooming in like this, right? You could also click and navigate through the picture. You see that? Also, you can come out here, and you can come up here in the numbers, and you can pick any number you want. Let's say, I don't know, just gonna put a number, right? And that's gonna be the number. Put any number. I'm sorry. Don't put numbers that don't exist, right? So let's say 45, enter, it goes there. All right, let's say 89, enter, then it goes there. Like, that's it. You know, 157, enter, that's it. You can zoom with much precision so quickly, right? Navigator. Now let me show you a perfect trick of the navigator. Now before I show you a perfect trick of the navigator, let me show you that you can also zoom or stretch the panel of the navigator. See that? You can stretch the panel in case you don't see what's going on. You can stretch it like this, right? But then you don't need to stretch it like this, because this is not the screen. This is the screen, not the navigator. The navigator is navigation. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so you don't have to make it this big, right? And you can also remove it from the panel board and put it anywhere you like. You know, maybe you like seeing your things on this side, right? And then, you know, and then stretch it down again. And then now you can, you know, play around with the navigator while you are this side, you know, you are this side. So it's a navigator, right? It's a navigator. I'm gonna put it back where I found it. Hold on. Now I wanna show you what you can do with a navigator. A trick that you can do with a navigator that I always use every time. That's why when you check out my designs, I always have a navigator around me, right? Now, the one thing you can do, you can use it for thumbnail, right? You can track how big the thumbnail would look, how nice the thumbnail would look, and if the words would show up perfectly, if the text would be bigger or smaller, you know, you can use that quickly. So, for example, I'm just gonna, because I've already sort of made a thumbnail here, right? I have a lot of thumbnails that I made here. Let me show you. Right, got this one, that one. This is for my gaming channels. We got this one, Spider-Man. So these are all thumbnails, right? These are for my gaming channels. Street Fighter, you know. These are all for my gaming channels. Great, but then let's just pick this one for now. Now, when I design this thumbnail, right? Well, I see big board, you know, so I can just put a little words. For example, let me just click here and then just Control T, make it smaller like this, right? And click on my face and then make it smaller like this, right? Great. See how it looks. I can see everything. You can see everything, right? Everybody can see everything. But then not if it's in a thumbnail size. So that's where you come to the navigator, and then you would see a navigator is already about a thumbnail size, right? You could even adjust it even more to be smaller, you know, but I like to make it sort of this size right here, right? Now, this is a thumbnail size. I cannot see the words, I cannot see the picture here. So it shows that it's not a good thumbnail, right? People cannot see the words. Now, what you can do, you can use the thumbnail for references and then click on the text, whatever you're doing, right? As you design, you do this, right? And now you can, sorry about that. Now you can zoom out and look at it. By the way, you're not just zooming out, you're looking at the Navigator, right? Is it showing up perfectly or is it good? Don't just look at this screen, right? You don't care about this screen. This is where you just design. So now you zoom out and you look, oh, okay, now I can see the words. Oh, okay, cool. What about me? Like, why don't I just transform me, the picture, right? And then you like put it up like that. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, now I can see from the thumbnail, right? So now you can choose if you want to make it even bigger, right? Or a little, like this. Make it look nice and professional and clean. You see that? Using just the Navigator, I can see the size of a thumbnail in real life. So now you don't have to save and then go put it on YouTube and then realize, oh, it's a bad thumbnail. It's not really visible to the eye. So now you're starting over and over and over again. No. You just use this and you are the winner, right? Great. And that, my friend, is the Navigator, right? You might think it doesn't do a lot of things, but then if you listen carefully, as I'm teaching you about the Navigator, you would see that this is a very powerful tool, right? That most people just look away from it, right? With this tool, you can absolutely ignore the zoom tool, the hand tool, a lot of things, if you still don't know the shortcuts. For me, I'm a professional designer, so I know the shortcuts to some of the tools and how to move things. For example, if I want to move this whole artboard to the left, I'm just gonna click a shortcut, which is space, and then I'm gonna move it to the left like this, to the right, up, down. You see that? But I'm guessing you don't know that, right? I'm guessing you don't know that, so I cannot just assume that you know that. So using the Navigator, you can simply ignore all of that, right? You can just click here, zoom in, zoom out, and you would know where you are on the screen by not trying to grab and see where you are. No. You would just know, okay, this is the right-hand side of the screen. This is the tie. This is the head, right? See, I'm moving the box on the Navigator. This is the head, and this is the tie, and this down here is my ring. Okay, this is the text, Let me zoom out a little bit. See, all of this I'm doing it in the Navigator, okay? All of this I'm doing it in the Navigator, right? Go up a little bit, go top right a little bit, bottom, all of this is in the Navigator. And then when you feel like it's sort of closing your space, you can just click on these two arrows and then put it back to where it belongs, okay? So now you can continue designing your thing. And that is Navigator. Subscribe, click whatever you want to click around, okay? Click a like and share this video.